these drivers full steaming in the entire run. Kimmy stretching on fuel. Parker loose on the bottom. He's going to lose it. Kyle Tom, he's going to save enough fuel. He's going to win at Fontana.
Have to keep an eye on it. Just about he's going to get a run, but Parker's going to shut the door. Behind him, there's Porter and Moreno.
Moreno's going to dive to the inside. They're making contact for lead with Porter and Moreno. But Parker, he's going to have a run because he's down in 3. He's going to go 3 wide. 3 wide for the teammates for the lead. Drag race to the line. Jaden Porter is going to win it. Libby goes right off turn 2. Happy goes right as well. Big Craft is behind him. Cole Snyder is going to win the season for Atlanta. Down the back straightaway, here comes the outside lane. Cole Snyder getting pushed by Cody McCorkle. Nathan Lemon in the lead on the bottom, and Giovanni Klein pushing. Zachary Marion's right there in third. Coming to the trial one more time. It's Nathan Lemon. Klein's going to try and pull the side trap right at the line. Nathan Lemon is going to pick up the win. Moreno tries to clear. Almost clears themselves, making contact with Klein. Klein gets to the wall.
Oh, Adams!
Absolutely wide. A big move.
What a move there.
Clayton Parker, side by side, to the line. It's going to be a drag race. They both were now. They get pushed by Happy Egg across the line by 1/1000th of a second. But Jonathan Parker, he locked it up in the end of stage 1. Jonathan Parker, our season 5 champion.
You're looking live at Legacy Atlanta for race number 22 of the NAOR Cup Series, as practice just wrapping up here in 1.5 mile track in Hampton, Georgia. These drivers set to go 128 laps here on the slick 2008 version of, now called Echo Park Speedway, but at the time Atlanta Motor Speedway. As practice just wrapping up there, and qualifying now underway. 5 minutes 2 laps. Or 5 minutes 1 lap, excuse me, for these drivers to set their fast lap times as they can. Really on the racetrack right now, we got Giovanni Klein off 5 machine there. Going on to the racetrack, they off of pit lane. Currently the second race in round number 2. Last week we went to Talladega. Our race winner there was Cole Snyder. Snyder currently leads the point standings right now after Jonathan Parker had a bad race at Talladega. Drops him down to 6th place in the points. So right now he's on the outside looking in for this championship, kind of trying to go back to back this season. But Talladega always a wild card there. Not surprising to see that result from him. Ryan Klein through 3 and 4 now. Ripping the outside wall, trying to go as fast as he can. We'll see who can go to the top of the board here. Off of turn number 4, Giovanni Klein to the stripe. Chase McGuire goes up to P1. Klein goes to second, about 2 tenths off of our current fastest driver of that 9 machine. As there's Jonathan Parker, a regular season champion, and the favorite probably to win the championship, coming into the playoffs. Off of turn number 4, as Zachary Merritt goes top of the board. To the stripe Parker goes. He's going to set his first time lap this time by. As you can see, all those drivers ripping the outside wall. It's in qualifying here at Legacy Atlanta. The outside, definitely the quickest place to be, the most grip there for this 1 lap they have. Into the stripe, it looks like Parker will go P1 by almost 2.5 tenths there. Out rolling for that 48 machine. Don't chop on the racetrack right now. As fastest in practice was Gabriel Dahari. Currently, he is on the racetrack right now. He's set. Coming to the stripe. Can he go pole position? No, he won't. Not a great lap time there for that 72 machine. Puts him in 10th place. He was fastest in practice. About to look like he's going to have to start in the rear of the field here as Donnie Kite now on his first time lap. Jose Ruiz comes to the stripe this time by for his first time lap. Mark Kissenway down the back straight away. He's on his time lap. Minute and a half left in qualifying, but no one is close to Jonathan Barker currently. He sits on top of the board for now. Off of turn 4 for Mark Kissenweather. We'll see what he can do here coming to the stripe. Looks like it's not a great lap time there for Kissenweather. 32 puts him last of the drivers who have set lap times. Oh, Donnie Kite wrecks on his only lap, and he'll have to start in the rear of the field. The Jose Ruiz comes to the stripe to 30.886. I'll probably wrap him around 8th place. And one driver left. It's Matthew O'Brien. He won that Gateway 2 races ago. Currently on the race, not on the racetrack right now, so he's not gonna be able to set a lap time most likely. 45 seconds left to go in the session. Looks like Jonathan Barker most likely going to get that pole award here. The DI9 Designs pole award for Jonathan Barker here at Legacy Atlanta. It's his 6th pole of the season. As it will be official there, as Jonathan Barker gets the pole position here at Legacy Atlanta, looking to rebound after not a great finish last week at Talladega. Currently, these drivers grading up here for 128 laps here at the 1.5 mile track in Atlanta, Georgia, specifically Hampton, Georgia, but close enough to Atlanta. Let's take a quick look at our starting lap here for tonight's race. Race 22. As Jonathan Barker on the pole position, Zachary Meredith in 2nd. Dylan Chappell 3rd, Josh Arnold in 4th. Chase McGuire in 5th, Josh Adams in 6th. Kyle Taub 7th, Jose Ruiz in 8th. Giovanni Klein 9th, John Osborne 10th. Gabriel Dahari in 11th, Mike Campbell in 12th. Justin Quimby in 13th, Marcus Miller 14th. Matthew O'Brien 15th, Cole Snyder 16th. Rounding out our field of 17 drivers is Donnie Kite. Saw him crash in his one and only qualifying lap there. So he'll have to work his way from the back of the field to the front if he wants a chance at this one. Stages lap 32 and 64. No caution for those like usual. Currently grading up still. Most likely we'll have an extra pace lap as well, as there it is. Should be rolling off here in a moment. Everyone is graded up, so run off here. One extra pace lap is added. Let's take a quick look at our weather here. Nickname here for Atlanta's Hot Atlanta. You can see 92-degree track temp, 36 degrees air temp, so not super hot, but still pretty slick from what the drivers are saying, pretty loose overall. But mid to late October day here, just like it is in real life, same dates. It's kind of why it's not as hot as usual, but still a lot of tire wear going to be involved in tonight's race. Let's see a lot of slip inside, and maybe some of these drivers might struggle on these cold tires as well. I've seen this a few times at 1.5 mile racetracks. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it here tonight at Atlanta as well. should be going green this time by. As the Ford Mustang pace car lights turn off there on the front straightaway in the quad oval. Let's look at the next few races. We got Kansas for the finale in round number 2. So Atlanta and Kansas, probably one of the best two of the best racetracks on the service. And then you got Michigan, Bristol, and Charlotte. So a lot of intermediate racetracks these final 5 races of the season. So Jonathan Parker, he's been really good at these intermediate racetracks. Last intermediate we went to was Chicagoland. And Gabriel Dehari did end up winning that race. Jonathan Parker, not the greatest result from him in 12th place, 2 laps down. I believe he got a speed penalty in that race, if I do recall. Some sort of pit road penalty for him. Put him all the way back there in 12th, but still, he's overall really good at these intermediate racetracks, and we'll see how this car handles for him. But this car about to turn on the pit lane here. We're about to go green here at Legacy Atlanta as the field comes off of turn number 4. The base car pulls off in the pit lane, and we're about to do battle here. And green flag is out at Atlanta for round 2. Race 2 and round 2 of the playoffs. As already Jonathan Berger with a huge lead over the rest of the field. Dylan Chappell, Zachary Meredith side by side with Chase McGuire there. Chappell clears for second for now as they slot in line. Goes on back, this 3-wide move, big move to the inside there. And it's Gabriel Dehari in that 72 machine on the inside of Javon Klein and Josh Adams. As very racy on back behind Jonathan Parker and Dylan Chappell. Parker leads lap 1, Chappell in second. There's a lot of action to see on this multi-groove racetrack here at Atlanta. Gabriel Dehari trying to move himself up the field pretty much right now. Did not have the qualifying he probably wanted, so 3 wide ahead of him. Kyle top right in the middle of that one. Javon Klein ripping the outside wall. Got to be careful, don't want to burn up your tires too much. Is about for a second up ahead. Zachary Meredith. Oh, the back bumper of Dylan Chappell. Jonathan Berger continues to lead here. Kyle Top to the inside line of Javon Klein, excuse me. See how fast the drivers go through these corners. Just Atlanta's so banked. It just carries so much speed in these corners. Well, probably one of the most fun racetracks on the service. Just Legacy Atlanta, slip inside and how quick you're going as well. It's Chase McGuire and Gabriel Dehari right there, side by side for a 7th or 6th. Excuse me, as Javon Klein the outside wall. Klein losing it, spinning across the racetrack. Around he goes. Will that bring out the yellow? And yes, it will. Gotta lock it down. No one hits him. The first caution right here on lap 4. Klein, I think, he just tagged the wall and got loose there. Go quick replay of that one. Yeah, just carried too much speed in there. Clipped the outside wall. I don't know if McGuire got into the back of him there. I don't believe he did. No, he did not. Yeah, just clipped the outside wall. What a voice there from Kyle Top in that third machine. And no one hits him there, and doesn't look like Javon Klein got really much damage. Maybe that right side might be scraped up just a little bit from hitting the outside wall, but other than that, he should be okay. But most likely, no one going to be pitting here this early in this one. As you want to save these tire sets when you really need them. Like a few drivers topping off on fuel there. It's Cole Snyder, Donnie Kite, Matthew O'Brien, Jose Ruiz, and Justin Quimby. 4-second pit stops here. Just topping off on fuel. Not sure how big of a difference that'll make in the longer run, but you never know what can matter now. From 128, 2 laps from now, pretty much, and those 5 laps could be a big difference, but we'll see, I guess. Obviously, I mean, if you're in the back already, you might as well top off and fuel. There's no harm in it, really. But those guys will be able to go a little bit longer if we do have a green flag pit stop here, and usually, I mean, I would assume that we will. These drivers usually on a pretty clean show, and usually see some green flag stops. The pace car light should go turn off here, and yes, they will. So we're going racking them back up here, going green here, coming to lap number 8. Matthew O'Brien gonna bring it down pit lane, top it off once more, right before we go back green. That is going through 3 and 4 right now. About to go green, and green flag is out. John DeBarker with a great restart there. Zachary Marriott, not the best. Looks like he got a little maybe a shove from the Hari behind him, as here comes Ari, 3 wide up top. Chap on the bottom. As Zahari makes a great move, goes from 4th to 2nd on the restart there. It's a 3 wide once more. That's Mark Kissel on the very bottom there in the 15 machine. As here comes Josh Adams as well. She's moving around the top side trying to make some work. Meredith around through turn 3 and 4. He saves it. He keeps it going, but he goes a lot of track position. Down to 10th place and even more. He's going to lose probably around the 12th, 13th, as we'll take a quick look at what happened there. Looks like he just entered high, maybe tapped the wall like Devon Klein did. No, just broke loose on him. That's how Atlanta is, just kind of snappy loose a little bit. As Chase McGuire on the top side on Dylan Chapel. Dwyer ripped on the outside. That carries momentum, hits those bumps, but he's got clear Dylan Chapel for 4th place. Gabriel Dahari up to 2nd place, like I mentioned, was fastest in practice. Just did not seem like he had a great qualifying run. He's up to 2nd place now, trying to do some damage here. Side by side behind them, Josh Arnold and Chase McGuire. Dylan Chapel, Mark Kissel as well, side by side. McGuire really ripping the outside wall. I thought he almost touched it there off the turn 4. Onboard, Dylan Chapel will see this battle up ahead. So Post McGuire is up to the outside wall, just ripping that wall right above that upper seam. He had the back out of it there off of turn number 2. As now here comes Dylan Chapel, the inside, side by side for 5th. Chapel still side by side with Mark Kissel when he got around Chase McGuire there. Josh Allen right ahead there in that 22 machine. How close these drivers are to him, about half a car length in between them. As Chapel, the good run, got the power down off the turn 2 a lot better. As now they're side by side here for third. So Mark Kissel with a side by side there. Excuse me, Meredith and Adam side by side a little further on back. Lap ahead here for third place. Looks like Chapel had to back out of it. Arnold with a great run off of turn 4. Stays that for now. But back up to the race lead. 2-car breakaway. Jonathan Barker and Gabriel Dahari. Dahari loads on the inside. Up the racetrack he goes, trying to get that clean air from that 48 machine. Jose Rose and John Osborne side by side here. This is for 11th. Rose up top, run gripping the wall. He'll clear Osborne there. Couple packs of cars here. You got the main pack. Kind of got a little pack here. Having no man's lane at this point. These two drivers, and you got a big pack here behind Cole Snyder, last week's winner at Talladega. Currently the points are actually coming into tonight's race. Still side by side here for third place. This one with a good run here on Arnold. Barker doing a great job hanging on to that race lead, just using that dirty air to his advantage right now. Gilhard just ripping the white line, trying to do something. Trying to get as much clean air as he can. Maybe later in the run he'll have a little bit fresher tires with that clean air, just not around the top side, because we're in the middle of the top side. Definitely burn up your tires just a little bit more, like Jonathan Barker is doing right now. But it is quicker in the short run, at least. But it's packed behind is catching Josh Arnold, Mark Kissler, are catching up. We got side by side here for 6th place. Dylan Chapel and Kyle Taub side by side here for 6th. Taub up on the bottom. He's slot in line behind Dylan Chapel. Chapel moves himself up to 6th place. As his 2-car breakaway is turned into 4. And it could be 5 here in the moment as Chase McGuire a little slow off of turn 4. He might have got a bit loose, maybe it's a little slideways there. We'll see. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Great save for that 9 machine, but his right rear is going to be really hot right now. Really hot and slick. But side by side for third once more. Here comes Kiswinder on the racetrack. Arnold says that for now. Up for under a blanket, about half a second in between these four drivers as we're coming up to the stage 1 for Jonathan Barker. Did pretty good points today. Probably wants a little bit of buffer going into Kansas next week. Josh Arnold ripping the outside wall still. It's about 8 laps away from stage 1 ending. Ooh, Kiswinder got a bit loose there off of turn number 4. It's a little bit wiggly. We go back kind of to the mid-pack here. A lot of close racing here. Around 10th place or so. Got Cole Snyder kind of right here. Matthew O'Brien leading this pack of 4 or 5 cars. Mike Kite trying to get around John Osborne. Got a bit loose there as well. Oh, Giovanni climbing through the grass he goes. Now I might bring out the second caution light. He's gonna hit the outside wall, and that it will bring out the yellow. Second yellow of the night, as he was, I believe battling Zachary Meredith there maybe, and flips the grass and got loose off of turn 4. We'll see what happened there. He was close to Zachary Meredith. Kind of just the same thing that happened. The first yellow just clipped the outside wall, got loose. Tried to save it, but these next gen cars, not the easiest ones to save. Tries to lock it down, perhaps thuds the wall there, and no one hits him luckily. Definitely want to pit for tires. I'm assuming everyone got pit for tires. And everyone's got to come down pit lane. As they all go into the box, most likely everyone going to be taking 4 fresh tires. Looks like maybe not. It looks like Cole Snyder gonna win the race off pit lane. The only driver to take 2 tires. Bold strategy with how loose this car has been so far tonight, taking right sides only. It'll be interesting to see how his handling is, but Cole Snyder, he can gamble a little bit. He has a points lead currently. Won last week at Talladega, like I mentioned. So he can gamble a little bit on the strategy. Try to get some stage points here possibly as well, as the stage comes to the end here in a moment. A quick break under his caution. We'll be right back here at Atlanta.
Is going to take the victory 128 laps without a pit stop.
Donnie Kite's going to get through it all and score his first career win. Saturday Night Racing League and throwback at Charlotte goes to Josh Adams.
Welcome back here at Legacy Atlanta. This car is off. Cole Snyder leads to the green flag on the outside. And through the restart zone he goes. Not the greatest restart. Jonathan Parker still alongside him. Parker had the momentum down in turn 1. Snyder not so fast in the turn 1 and 2. Looks like Parker might clear off the turn 2. Snyder having to slow down a little bit with those right sides only. Parker will clear back for the race lead. How long will Cole Snyder be able to keep up with this main pack? And how loose will he be as well? As here comes Gabriel Dory side by side for the race lead, 2x2 for the first 4. There's 3 laps to go in this stage. Parker on the very outside, Cole Snyder in the middle. Parker clears both of them. Parker looking to set sail and try to win this stage. Cole Snyder looking to stay ahead for now. As here comes Mark Kistenweller joining the picture. Kistenweller currently the last driver in the round in the point standings right now. In the top 8, the Elite 8 as they would call it. As a white flag for stage 1. We side by side here for second. Who will get second place here in this stage, or maybe Gabriel Hart could steal from both of them here coming off of turn number 4. John LaBarca looks clear out in front. Let's give you a side by side heated battle here for second, and maybe even 4th. As here comes Donnie Kite here on the inside of Josh Arnold. At the stripe, looks like it's gonna be Mark Kistenweller. Barely gets it from Cole Snyder, I believe. Not official, but what is official? John LaBarca is our stage 1 winner. We have a huge gaggle of cars here, battling for second place. 6 cars in the mix. How aggressive will these drivers be as Cole Snyder clears? Gabriel Doherty clears as well for 3rd. Mark Kistenweller seems to kind of be backing off a little bit here, trying to save his tires. As here comes Gabriel Doherty to the inside of Cole Snyder. He's going to slot himself up to second place. A little slide job move from a 72 machine. Oh, clear ahead. Cole Snyder pushing, shoving that 72, trying to get back up to that race lead. Oh, we have a car spinning there. It's Donnie Kites right in the middle of the racetrack. Oh, another car involved as well. I think that might be Mike Campbell. Mike was kind of on the edge of this pack right here that we were watching. Just got a bit loose there off a turn at number 4, and yeah, he goes around there. Tries to save it. Same thing for Giovanni Klein situation, but gets tied, I think, right there in the right front from Mike Campbell, where it brings up the 3rd caution right here on lap 37. So even when he brings it down pit lane this time by. So we'll see who brings him down pit lane here. If anyone will. I'm sure Donnie Kite will. Cole Center will as well. And Zachary Meredith. Yeah, it's Kyle Todd behind them as well. And a few others, Justin Quinley, Jose Ruiz, John Osborne, Donnie Kite, Mike Campbell. Right down pit lane. Bonnie Klein will get the free pass there on the outside. So we'll go back up to their lead lap. In the meantime, we'll take a quick little break and we'll be right back here at Legacy Atlanta.
At NJBDesigns.com, we specialize in transforming your vehicle into a work of art by revolutionizing the way you see your car with the hottest trends in sim racing. Choose from a wide range of colors, textures, finishes to promote your business and sponsors in style. Whether you're looking to add a sleek matte finish, a flashy chrome accent, or a custom design that turns heads, our designers have you covered. If you want to stand out in the crowd, visit njbdesigns.com today and let our team of professionals transform your vision into reality.
With Jonathan Parker, he locked it up in the end of stage one. Jonathan Parker, our season 5 champion. Bryce Shoemaker is going to take the victory 128 laps without a pit stop.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win. Saturday Night Racing League and throwback at Charlotte goes to Josh Adams.
Back live here as green flag is back out. Jonathan Parker with a great restart there. Gabriel Hari in second side by side with Josh Arnold. And he'll clear down turn number 1. Arnold with a good shove from Matthew O'Brien behind him. As the top 6 single filing out. Zachary Meredith and Cole Sanger there in 7 and 8 side by side. There's a big guy go cars 3 abreast here. It's Kyle Taub, Giovanni Klein, and Justin Quimby. 3 wide here in the quad oval. They back out of there as Quimby kind of backs out, loses out a few spots there as here comes Gabriel Hari ripping on the top side. On the outside is side by side behind them. That's Cole Sanders. Hari looking the inside of Jonathan Parker. Looking for a slide job move here on Parker off of turn 4, possibly. No, Dari gets a bit loose on the inside. Parker gets to run off of turn 4. He gets at the stripe. Can he clear out on turn number 1? Not quite. Still side by side for the race lead. As Parker does clear, Dari will slide in line, but here comes Josh Arnold. Now to the inside for second. Matthew O'Brien to the inside of Josh Arnold there, top three, looking to try to break away from the rest of the field. The longest green flag run we've had has only been 20 laps, give or take. So we'll see if we have a longest green flag run. It seems like these drivers just get a bit loose, hits the outside wall, get a bit loose and spin it out. I don't think I mentioned just how hot Atlanta's been, how slip and slidey it is. He had rough surface in this Legacy Atlanta. Jonathan Parker, Gabriel Lahari, and Mark Kisswell are all under a blanket right now currently for the top three spot. Side by side behind them for fifth place, Cole Snyder and Matthew O'Brien. They're side by side entering turn 1 and turn 2. Snyder on the outside line, got to clear off the exit of turn 2, gets a bit squirrely there. O'Brien's thoughts in line behind him. Single fouling out for the most part here. As soon as I say, here comes Gabriel Lahari to the inside of Parker once more. Looks like Lahari really likes that bottom line compared to Parker, who really likes the middle of the top side. These first few laps at least. Haven't really had a long enough run to figure out how effective middle of the outside line will be for Jonathan Parker. Josh Arnold to the outside of Cole Snyder there. Arnold ripping the outside. Snyder sneaks ahead there off the exit of turn number 2. Side by side there, it's Josh Adams and Dylan Chappell side by side for 7th place spot. Chappell is a little bit dirtier, but Adams seems like he got a bit loose on the inside there in turn 4. Chappell will clear, but here comes Tiger Meredith. Now to the top side, ripping the outside wall again. The outside wall gets a bit loose. Oh, hard hit for the 17 machine. That's probably a broken right front, and his night might be over. And yes, it is. It's the inside wall as well. Will this bring out the yellow? Just gotta park it there, stop it, and reset. No caution is out. As Zachary Meredith's night is over. Currently, he sits 8th in the Elite 8 standings for the round of 2. It's going to be tough sledding here for him next week at Kansas. As the top 3 nose to tail off the turn number 2 there. Drivers are just not separating themselves at all. 2 3-car packs here for the top 6 spots. There goes Marcus on the inside of Gabriel Lahari. Lahari still ripping the top side, trying to stay ahead for now, and he will do so. Kissing one of those scrapes the outside wall, so sparks on the right side of his car. Here comes Gabriel Lahari to the inside. Has a great run off of turn 2. He's going to lick to the inside of Jonathan Parker in 3 and 4. Another slide job there for that 72 machine. He will clear. Oh, they get to wiggly up the racetrack, but Jonathan Parker is now behind. But Gabriel Lahari now leads here at Atlanta. Will Parker strike back here in turn 1? Doesn't look like he will. And Gabriel Lahari got to use that dirty air to his advantage as much as he can. Try to keep Jonathan Parker behind, but here comes Mark Kissler now on the outside. You see how to peek there on Jonathan Parker. Marcus Miller gets by Jonathan Parker on the outside, 1-2. Parker seems like he's fading just a little bit. May have burnt his stuff up just a little bit too much. Run the top middle lane. We'll see. Parker usually is really good on the longer runs. We'll see. Maybe he's trying to save some of the stuff right now. Never count Jonathan Parker out on these long runs, though. Stage is on the end of lap 64, so that is of note. So in about 10 laps from now, we'll be halfway through this one. We'll recap right now. We've had 3 cautions so far. Pretty much all have been self-spins. Driver hitting the outside wall and just kind of spinning themselves out of the big side-by-side here. Fourth, excuse me. Josh Arnold, some contact there, but side-by-side for the race lead as well. Mark Kissmiller and Gabriel Lahari. Kissmiller on the bottom, looking for a slide job here. 1-2. Not able to do it. Lahari on the outside, get a rocket down the back straight away. He'll clear for the race lead once more. Wagon's Parker to the inside. Kissmiller gonna stay ahead for now and entry turn 3. The drivers seem like just kind of tactically trying to position themselves for the best runs, it looks like. It's probably not keep looking to the inside here on Mark Kissmiller. It's about placement of the race car as Kissmiller hits the outside wall there. It doesn't really affect him too much, luckily. As Parker way up the racetrack, gonna push Kissmiller up the racetrack as well. Gotta watch out for the outside wall here. Over turn 4 gets a little tight. Ooh, Kissmiller on the back out of it. Parker will clear for seconds. So here comes Josh. Oh, now Kissmiller kind of falling back. He may have burnt up his stuff as well. Trying to push up to the race lead. Here comes Lahari now to the inside of Parker. Parker takes the race lead away from Gabriel Lahari there. As here comes Josh Arnold to the outside of Lahari. This looks like Cole Steiner coming down pit lane possibly. Oh no, Cole Steiner wrecking off of turn 4. Cole Steiner around. And that's going to bring out the 4th yellow of the night. Here on lap 62. Jonathan Parker just taking the race lead, and that should end stage 2 as well. As Cole Steiner was side by side with Dylan Shepard for a moment. It looks like Steiner just came loose. Down he goes, clips the grass, back up to the racetrack, trying to lock it down. Lightly taps the outside wall. And 4th caution of the night is out. Parker just took the race lead. We'll take a quick replay of that one. Just through 1-2 looks like Lahari just not a great run off for turn 2. Got a bit loose, big sideways there for a 72 machine. And Parker sinks his way by here for the race lead. under caution now, as most of these drivers probably might pit, but I mean, if you stay out here, you'll be able to get those stage points. I think Josh Adams gonna stay out here. Maybe try to pick up those stage points as Cole Snyder may have missed his box. That will end the stage as Josh Adams will win stage number 2. Going green this time by as well. Off of turn number 4 into the reserve zone, green flag is out for Josh Adams. As he'll clear for the race lead, did not pit that last caution. Go to watch out for the tire spin. Gets it off cleanly though. 3-1-2 very slow as these drivers trying to work around him on those newer tires. Looks like the hard will take advantage. He'll take the race lead off of turn number 2. Adams gonna fight back for a moment, but no real use in that one as he'll get eaten up here from Jonathan Barker in a moment here off of turn number 4. Adams does win the stage though, as Parker still side by side with Josh Adams. Surprisingly, even after one lap, Adams' tire will be a lot worse than that one. Looks like he'll get him out here off of turn number 2. And yes, he will. He'll clear Adams off of turn 2. Here comes Josh on as well to the outside. And Josh Adams. Adams surprisingly doing a really good job. Just I thought he'd be a lot slower, like almost a second slower, but it looks like he's only about 3 tenths slower. You know, that's pitched 41 laps ago. There's a 3 wide action. There's, ooh, Arnold hit the outside wall there. But Adams just saw in line. Marquez on there. Gabahari still leads here down the max straightaway. So Josh Adams on the inside of Cal Taub. Lead the moment off from turn 4 Sayed in 5th. Don Osborne. And finally cut side by side here for 11. 58 laps to go. Mostly a one-stop race left in this one. If I had to guess, at least. As here comes, looks like Josh Adams side by side with Matthew O'Brien. Bryan chops his nose down, he'll clear Adams. Adams continues to fall back there on those older tires. Side by side with Dylan Chapel in 7th. Go back up to the race lead. Diego Lahori still leads here over Jonathan Parker. The driver just kind of nose to tail right now. Just waiting for DeHart to maybe make another mistake like he did before. Right before we had that last caution lap 62. A little mistake off of turn 2, got a bit loose and allowed Parker to pounce and retake the race lead, but Parker now still behind after that restart. DeHart just got a better restart there. So he will get around Adams a little bit quicker than Jonathan Parker. Joan Chapel, Matthew O'Brien, side by side. Giovanni Klein hard on the outside wall, overcorrects on the outside wall. I think it's a broken right front maybe for Giovanni Klein, and yes it is. As his night will end here on lap 76 with 53 to go. So he just got loose once and more. He's been loose a few times, 3rd time tonight. We've seen that happen to him. He's out of tonight's race. That's 4 DNF so far tonight. As the top 8 very close together, almost 1.5 seconds separate the top 8. So it's still anyone's race here, as we still have one more pit stop left to go, I'd assume, here in tonight's race. It's a top three, nose to tail once more. Deja vu all over again. Mark Kissel on the inside now of Jonathan Parker. Oh, Kissel gets loose off of turn number 2. Chill's trying to save it, and he does so. He keeps it chipping out, but he's going to lose so much time. He drops on 8th place. Got a little bit too loose there. As caution is now out, there's a crash behind. It's Donnie Kite and Cole Snyder involved. As Josh Adams just coming out pit lane as well. As absolute mayhem, carnage happening here on lap 81. What happened there? We come back to live. Cole Snyder just gets loose. Oh, overcuts hard on the outside wall. John Osborne gets a piece of that. Johnny Kite gets a piece of that as well. That's the 5th caution of the night here in lap 81. See if we can get a better view of that one. Looks like Cole Snyder just overkicks big time here. Boom, right in the outside wall. Johnny Kite, John Osborne, nowhere for those two drivers to go. Cole Snyder most likely his nights. I believe probably over, as he has significant right front damage there. Johnny Kite also pretty damaged as well. And John Osborne, pretty significant damage as well. He sits in 8th place currently. Down pit lane, most of these drivers go. Who went on the race off pit lane? Will take 2 tires there? Doesn't look like they will. Is Parker gonna drop the jack? Will he got pit lane first? It's gonna be a drag race, but looks like the Hardy will win the race off pit lane. Parker 2nd. 3rd will be Josh Arnold. Meantime, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back here from Legacy Atlanta. As back live here at Legacy Atlanta, green flag is out. And Gabriel Hart will lead us to the field with 44 laps to go. Allenberger with a good restart as well. He'll slide himself for second. Josh Arnold in third. Kyle Todd, Dylan Chapel side by side for fourth place. Arnold trying to fend them off for third. Through 1 and 2 they go. Jahari Parker 1-2. They slot in single file line for the top 5 spots. O'Brien and Kissmer side by side here for 6 and 7. As Kissmer will clear for 6th. And he's looking for 5th place as well. As up front, Parker looking for the race lead here early on. He in the run with 43 laps to go. No more pit stops, I believe, scheduled here for tonight's race unless we have a late race caution. See how good Jahari is on the long run. Same with Parker as well. They're pretty even on pace, it seems like. Here comes Kyle Todd, the inside of Josh Arnold. Will he be able to clear into turn 3? Not quite. Arnold stays ahead for now on the top side. Also moving for Josh Arnold there to the inside on top. Todd on the outside, repping the top side. He'll clear. Comfortable, and here comes Mark Kissel as well. Gonna try to take advantage of that one on Kyle Todd. Jahari and Parker nose to tail here off of turn number 4. Top 6 pretty much within a second of each other right now with 40 laps to go in this one. 60 miles in total left. So far tonight we've had 5 cautions. Longest green flag run we've had was around 20 so laps. So we'll see if we have a long green flag run here tonight as Jahari gets them to get a bit loose there off of turn number 4. We'll go there in the rear end. Parker gains a little bit on the front straightaway. He's been all over the back bumper of Gabriel Jahari's whole pretty much last few runs that Jahari has had the race lead. As caution is out. It looks like Justin Quimby might be a little bit slow here on the apron. I believe that's in 1 and 2. Had a little bluegrass moment he had. Not sure if that brought the yellow or not. Might have been something else. It looks like it was Justin Quimby. He did spin out, but no one. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's the caution right there. That was Cole Center going around by him. Justin Quimby gets a bit loose there. Goes through a little bit of a ride through the grass here in Atlanta. Seen that multiple times tonight. Definitely not the only driver to do that so far. But anyways, Gabriel Jahari is still out in front here. With 38 laps to go, most likely no one going to be paying this time by. Maybe a few drivers further on back might gamble and pit here, maybe fix some damage as well. And like John Osborne, Donnie Kite, and Cole Sanger. Hillary gonna choose the bottom lane there. On the burger up top once more. As pace car is off, out to go, back green here, 35 laps to go. And green flag is out. Gabriel Hart with a great launch there. Down the burger out of the slide line quickly in front of Kyle Top. Top close the door on Mark Kissel up top. But Kissel with a good run off of turn number 2. Can he stay ahead? Oh, he looks got a bit loose there. Top stays ahead for now, but almost 3 wide there for 4th place. But side by side, Josh Arnold and Mark Kissenweather. As Luke Kissenweather up the racetrack, got a bit loose there as well. Drivers in 110% right now in these restarts, trying to get as much track position as they can. Helped himself later in this race as you see how close these drivers are. Josh Arnold slots himself right in front of Mark Kissenweather. Kissenweather gonna give him a shove down the back straightaway. And Arnold secures that 4th place spot. As they are nose to tail pretty much first on back in this pack here on this restart. Dahari gets a little tight off of turn 4. Here comes Jonathan Parker side by side of the race lead here with 33 to go. Parker on the inside, Dahari on the top side. Parker gonna send it all the way to the bottom, right on the white line, get a big slide job here off of turn 2. Dahari with the crossover move most likely here. Parker goes to block it a little bit, but Dahari gets to the inside well enough of a run. Down to turn 3. Will he clear? Yes, he will. Now will Parker do the crossover move? And yes, he will as well. Crossover essentially this last lap. As to the stripe they go. Side by side of the race, they still watch out for Kyle Taub as well behind. You could maybe take advantage of this one and get 2-for-1 special here in turn 3 and turn 4. As Parker gets a bit loose, but here comes Zahari with a huge run as well. We're on board with Kyle Taub, looking right at it for the battle for the race lead. As still side by side for the race lead, Gabriel Dahari and Jonathan Parker. Parker up top, gonna get a huge momentum off of turn 2. He'll clear big time. And now here comes Kyle Taub. He could battle here for 2nd place, and also Josh Allen as well here has joined the picture. The top 4, nose to tail. Here comes out to number 4, 30 laps to go. As now 6 drivers in the mix here. As here comes Mark Kissenweather to the inside, and Donnie Kite. He was involved in one incident earlier. Had some major damage, got fixed up, pitted this last caution. Has some fresh tires. He could be a player here late if we go green the rest of the way. Under 30 laps to go this time by 29 at the line. As 4-car battle here for 3rd place. As Mark Kissenweather gonna clear Kyle Taub for 3rd. Here comes Donnie Kite on the inside in that 2 machine. A little fresher tires than the rest of the field. That 2 machine of Donnie Kite making things work. He's making his way through the field. On board with them right now. There's some contact there between him and Kissenweather. Kissenweather a bit loose. He saves it though. As some contact between him and Donnie Kite off of turn 4. He loses about 3 positions there. Tops himself up to 6th place. Luckily, was not worse for that 15 machine. And now Donnie Kite to the inside for 2nd. As now Donnie Kite trying to clear, saw himself up for 2nd, not quite able to do it. But still side by side here off of turn number 4. Okay, it's still running that inside line with those fresher tires. Gotta be careful not to burn them up too much here. With 26 laps to go, Donnie Kite in a great spot here. Maybe challenge for the race lead here, but here it comes. Able to hard to the inside once more on Jonathan Parker. Parker's gonna let him have it. Parker looking for the crossover move here off of turn 4, most likely. We've seen it multiple times tonight. But it looks like he does not have a great run off of turn 4. Have to suck up to him using the draft. But Gabriel Hard will clear down to turn 1. As here comes Donnie Kite now for 2nd. Once more, now on Parker this time. As top 9 nose to tail within 1 second of each other under a blanket here at Atlanta. From the 24 laps ago this time by. As they rock down into turn 1, upwards of 190 miles per hour. Now Donnie Kite on the outside, Jonathan Parker. And Donnie Kite get up to 2nd place and challenge for this race lead here late in this one. Parker doing as much as he can on the inside. Kite hits the outside wall. Parker has the momentum down the quad oval. As these guys side by side for 2nd, go out. Able to hard to pull away. Parker tight through 1 and turn 2. Stay off the exit of turn 2. Donnie Kite not big enough for a run off of turn 2 as well. Still some contact between these two drivers. As Kite in the outside wall once more. Back-to-back laps in the wall of turn 4. But here comes Kyle Todd now joins the picture. As Jonathan Parker finally almost clears Kite now to go 3 wide for 2nd place. Jonathan Parker right in the middle of this one. As Gabriel Lahari now pulling away half-second lead over the rest of the field. He's loving what he sees in his rearview mirror right now as Donnie Kite moves himself up to 2nd. Now Donnie Kite trying to chase down Gabriel Lahari. He's doing so right now. Third run off for turn 2 is the radar car spinning there on the inside, I believe. That had been Justin Quimby on the inside. No cautions out for that one. We stay green with 21 to go. Quimby slow once more. Come off a pit lane. I believe he just self-spun it there down the back show. But we stay green. Back up to the race lead. Donnie Kite in 2nd. Jonathan Parker 3rd. And Mark Kitswin and Kyle Top side by side for 4th. Kitswin repping the outside wall. Smoke down the back. That's from Justin Quimby Spain there. I do multiple cars on the outside wall, but they stay straight for now. But here comes Jonathan Parker back to the inside of Donnie Kite. Up the racetrack he goes, and here comes Kyle Todd in the mix. These guys are still side by side for second. Gabriel Lahari just kind of maintaining his speed right now, maintaining his pace between those from first to second currently. Sonic Kite finally gonna be able to clear off for turn 2, scripts the outside wall. He has enough momentum to stay ahead of Jonathan Parker for now. Now Parker side by side with Mark Kissenweather for his third place spot. Now Kissenweather and Parker side by side still. Parker drops down to 4th place, might drop down to 5th place as well. But he fights back through 3 and 4 on the inside of Mark Kissenweather. Right now, Gabriel Lahari still leads 3-10 the gap between him and Donnie Kite. Parker trying to do as much as he can on the bottom. Kissenweather hitting the outside wall, slow off of turn 2. O'Brien gives him the shove down the back. That makes him stay ahead of Parker for now. Parker doing as much as he can to try to fight Mark Kissenweather and get around him and move himself up to second ahead of Donnie Kite. Kite not great eggs off of turn 4. Maybe got a bit loose up ahead, as I think his tires are starting to fall off there. His tire advantage kind of going away here late in this one with 15 to go. As Will Parker finally be able to carry, not quite. They're going to be 3 wide here on the exit of turn 2. O'Brien on the inside. Watch for him to get a bit loose. We saw multiple times. No contact between these drivers quite yet. Now they double follow back out here. Mark Kissenweather and Jonathan Parker. 4th and 3rd. Sonic Kite trying to chase down Gabriel Lahari once more. 13 laps to go. He's about 9 lap fresher tires and Gabriel Lahari up ahead. O'Brien trying to look around Jonathan Parker here, 4th. Parker still continuing to fight as much as he can. Ooh, Donnie Kite loose. That's gonna allow Mark Kissenweather to get around him for 2nd. And Donnie Kite might drop down outside the top 5. Looks like he'll drop to 5th place currently. Josh Arnold now up to 6th. Could be at the 5th here in a moment. Now that opens the door for Mark Kissenweather as Donnie Kite continues to get loose on the inside. He has really burnt up his tires. And he really cooked that right rear, trying to push as much as he could to get up to the front. So now Gabriel Lahari is under attack from Mark Kissenweather here possibly, and Matthew O'Brien. Both of those drivers got on the outside wall there. Jonathan Parker kind of just stuck behind them, unable to really make anything work. It's just so hard to pass here once these tires start to wear out. Now Kawasaki inside of Jonathan Parker. With 10 laps to go here at Atlanta, 15 miles to go. Gabriel Lahari, 9 laps to go. He is not one to see that yellow flag out at all. He has about 4/10 lead over Mark Kissenweather. Kissenweather last time by was about a little bit less than a tenth quicker. But here goes Matthew O'Brien on the top side. working his way up through the field, up 12 spots for him, the top 3. All started outside the top 10 in this one. Had to work their way through the field. They had the best qualifying positions for those drivers. Now with 8 laps to go, they're in a great position to finish in a great spot. Tyler Barker trying to push Matthew O'Brien up in front. Barker seeking his 5th win of the season here tonight. Would be his 12th top 5 of the season as well. Easily the most of anyone in this series. Smart kicks one up, the right check goes, gets a little tight out here off of turn 4. And with these drivers battling as hard as they can, that's really allowing Gabriel Hart to pull away big time. Now we got 8 tenths between them and the race leader. As Matthew O'Brien clears for 2nd, and Jonathan Parker slots down to 5th place behind Kyle Todd. Mark Kisso on the outside wall. Todd did a good job saving his tires there. It looks like he's up to 3rd. Maybe he could challenge for 2nd for him and Matthew O'Brien. As using Cole Steiner as a little bit of a pick here off of turn number 4. Cole Steiner trying to get out of the way there. 6 laps to go here at Atlanta. Kyle Top blocks the inside, but McKisson with a great run off of turn number 4. The up to have Kyle Top. Oh, as Kissel gets a bit loose, it's got out top to clear for 3rd, and Parker gonna move himself out to 4th place. He is around top though. He's gonna look to the inside. Will do a slide job move here for 3rd. Looks like he won't really be able to, as Todd really sends it deep on the inside of turn number 3 and 4, but no. Parker still with a great momentum off of turn 4. He moved himself back up to 3rd. He's going to try to chase down that 2nd place driver of Matthew O'Brien. Matthew O'Brien trying as hard as he can to try to catch up to our race leader, Gabriel Dahari. It's been about a 10th or a little bit less than a 10th quicker per lap. That's not really going to be enough here. He's going to be about 2 tenths a lap to have a chance at this race win. It's another thing to catch him. It's another thing to pass him. It's 2 laps to go this time by. Down the back straightaway they go. Jonathan Parker side by side with Kyle Taub off the exit of turn 2. Parker to get some good momentum down the back straightaway. Off of turn number 4, Gabriel Dahari will take the white flag here. Smoke on the front straightaway. Might be a driver who's spun out, possibly. A white flag in the air this time by. 1 to go. Close spot here for 3rd place, Jonathan Parker and Kyle Taub. Looks like Parker will stay ahead for now down the back straightaway, entering turn 3 and 4. But through 3 and 4, Gabriel Dahari did a great job holding off the rest of the field as they battle behind him. He'll come off of turn 4 from 11th to 1st. He'll win here tonight at Atlanta. And Matthew O'Brien will finish 2nd, and Jonathan Parker in 3rd, our pole sitter. Will finish in front of Kyle Taub, who finishes in 4th place, and Josh Arnold will round out the top 5 here tonight at Atlanta. as they'll burn it down here on the front straightaway. A well-deserved win for that 72 machine. As we'll take a quick break and we'll speak to our top 3 finishers in a moment. This is my clear live at Legacy Atlanta. I gotta take a quick look at our finishing order where we speak to our top 3 finishers. Our race winner here, Gabriel Ari, round out in the race lead here after 128 laps. Great performance for him. Matthew O'Brien in second, Jonathan Parker in third, Kyle Taub in fourth, Josh Arnold fifth, Mark Kismer sixth, Dylan Chappell seventh, Donnie Kite in eighth, John Osborne ninth, Josh Adams in 10th. Cole Snyder 11th, Jose Ruiz in 13th, Justin Quimby 13th, Giovanni Klein in 14th, Chase McGuire in 15th, Mike Campbell in 16th, and Zachary Meredith in 17th. That's what speak to our race winner here of Gabriel Dahari, who pulled away late in that run there. Here, this race win in Atlanta. Hello, Gabriel, you got a copy? So they get the race win here in Atlanta after the longest green flag run we've had was right at the end there. Walk us through your kind of tire saving ability and also just kind of saw what you saw in your rearview mirror while those drivers behind you battled.
Man, that was a crazy race. The setup was so loose. I don't think this is like a proper setup, but I mean it was loose, and I think that was so much fun. I think a lot of people may or may not disagree with that, but yeah, for that last run at least, I was just looking in the mirror, trying to see any time I had a big enough advantage to try and cool my right rear down enough to be able to push whenever they caught back up. And yeah, O'Brien, I know he was saving his tire, his right rear very well, and whenever he got clear, I was just absolutely full push as hard as I physically could. Once he got clear, I didn't know if I was gonna win, honestly. But yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, great result from you. You had to come from 11th on the grid. You were fastest in practice, but it looked like in qualifying you just didn't really seem like you had the greatest lap time there. Talk us about trying to go through the field at the beginning of this race as well.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Trying to work through the field is not hard at all. You can use really whatever lane you want, but once you get up to the front, the dirty air and they're just faster up at the front, obviously. But that in combination with the dirty air, it gets so much harder to pass once you're trying to go for first or even second. But Yeah, that was really fun.
Well, congrats on your win here tonight, Atlanta. And you want to thank you for tonight's win here.
Yeah, shout out Matthew J. O'Brien and Jonathan Parker. They were in the voice show with me. Shout out the guys who put on the league and the show. And shout out you.
Thank you, and congrats on the win here at Atlanta. We'll see you next week at Kansas.
Thank you. See ya.
So that was race winner in Pizza and Wings victory lane of Gabriel Hart in that 72 machine. We'll speak to our second place finisher of Matthew O'Brien, who as well now the greatest qualifying there, starting 15th place, worked his way up to the field. That final green flag run. Hello, Matthew. Got a copy?
Yeah.
So you finished up in second place, qualified 15th. I don't believe you said lap time as well, but talks to your whole race as well, and just that final green flag run there, about 40 laps in total.
Yeah. To be honest, I was just riding around pretty much the entire race, just saving tires. And then it's like every time it's like, oh, all right, I'm way faster than the leaders now. Caution would come out, but yeah, that last round I just was patient. Like I know if this went green, I'm like, I think this pace is gonna be it. And then obviously like those last like 10, 15 laps, I passed by like 6, 7 cars just having a better right rear tire and kind of blew by. As soon as I got into second, the 15 kind of sliding up on the exit of 2 and like got me aero loose, and that probably killed the shot at the win, but not too sure. But yeah, it was fun to drive, and I think I managed the tire wear well. Just kind of ran out of time there.
Yeah, great result from you. You're finishing second place. And you want to thank for tonight's great run here at Atlanta?
Say that again?
And you want to thank here for tonight's good run at Atlanta?
Thanks for doing a broadcast, and thanks to everyone that runs the show too. So,
Well, congrats on your second here at Atlanta. We'll see you next week at Kansas.
all right, yeah, thank you.
That was Matthew O'Brien, our second place finisher, bringing our third place finisher, and Ferguson champion of Jonathan Parker. Definitely a good result here tonight for him, but a chance of the win there late. Jonathan, you got a copy?
I got a copy, sir.
Finished up in third place. Had a chance at the win there, it seemed like, but time just got caught up with some battling for second and further on back. Talks to that last 30 lap run there at the end.
Yeah, that's kind of how that went out. And, once the freshies came and we were going to be stuck side by side for a while, and that let the Hari get a little bit of a lead and maybe have a little bit better tire. And because I was side by side, it felt like every lap, and we were throwing haymakers at each other, and that's what the playoffs are all about. I mean, that was mostly playoff guys up there going for it. So yeah, I knew it was going to come with the territory, but yeah, I just needed that not to happen. I needed not to be side by side for so long because that just kind of angered my tires a little bit too much. But I was able to still kind of gather it back up, get to third, and more importantly, one stage and another, I think I technically finished second. I didn't end up getting that one, but stacking points, which after the Talladega last corner, that didn't go my way. I knew I needed these next 2 weeks to just stack points and bring my A+ game. I couldn't be A. I needed to be A+ because everyone's going to be so tight together. So with that, I mostly goal accomplished, and we'll go to Kansas next week.
Yeah, how are you feeling about Kansas next week? I'm not sure exactly what the point situation is right now, but you were, I think, on the outside looking in coming into this race. I think you'll be right on the edge there, maybe a little bit good. But what's your thoughts on next week at Kansas?
I gotta assume I gotta do the same thing, and Kansas was a little bit better before all these updates when I could just kind of run the top. I just had a little bit of a line there that I really loved, and if you run the top now, you kill your tires, so I'm not gonna be able to do that. But still a pretty good track, and I gotta do the same exact thing. I gotta assume I'm 10 points down, which is what I was coming into the race. I gotta assume I'm in that same situation, stack stage points, lead laps, lead as many as I can, finish as high up as I can, and the chips will fall where they may. But yeah, all in all, it was a good day, and I need one more like that to get into the final round.
Definitely. And anyone like thank for tonight's good run here at Atlanta?
I like make a Lowe's Cobalt Tools and a Coca-Cola company, Mellow Yellow. Chad and Earl, I'd like to give a shout out to Dahari and O'Brien. We were in a call, kind of discussing how crazy that setup was because they definitely did not update that since they changed the tire model and the aero model and all that. So it was rough out there, but I mean it was. If you didn't know what was coming, it was undrivable. I'll put it that way. But once you got the hang of it, you can kind of know where to go to avoid the bumps, and still put on a pretty good show, I think. And shout out to Legends Race Network, y'all up here in the booth, and shout out to all the admins for putting on a show and sticking together.
Well, congrats on your third year in Atlanta. We'll see you next week at Kansas.
Thank you.
So Jonathan Barker, our third place finisher there. Not sure exactly 100% when the points lined up right now, but I think Jonathan Barker had a pretty good points night, as he did win stage 1. I kind of forgot to mention that as well. A good points night for him as for that. But next up on the Legends Racing Network next week, next Wednesday, we're actually starting to broadcast the Superstar ARCA West Series now. New deal, I think announced this afternoon, so we'll be starting to broadcast the West Series of the Superstar ARCA Cup Series, which is the series one series above East Series. So kind of the Xfinity Series, I guess, if you want to call it, if you want to compare it. The Xfinity Series of Superstar ARCA Cup Series, but I believe they go to Las Vegas as well. I think it's the same schedule as the East Series, and I'll double check in. Yes, it is. So next we do go Chicagoland, excuse me, not Vegas. We already did Vegas, but Chicagoland next week on Wednesday night, and then the Quantum Contender Series Thursday night. We'll go to Homestead Miami Speedway, and like I mentioned in some of these interviews, in our Cup Series, we'll go to Kansas for the final round of Round 2. I'll race at Round 2, and championship will be decided there as well. Some drivers will be eliminated from the playoff contention, so that will be a good one. So we'll see you guys next time, and thank you guys for watching here on the Legends Racing Network from Atlanta.